Hello my creative peeps, and welcome back to my channel for Creative Week 55. So it is Saturday morning here, and as I was editing the final cuts for the video last night, I deleted half of it, which was kind of all of my updates. So I still have a bunch of journaling for you, but we're just going to chat a little bit so that hopefully I can recapture some of the things that I was going to share with you. So the April Draw Challenge is going pretty well. I did miss one day because I had a friend who came up, and whenever I am entertaining, I don't get any work done or any of my personal things. No journaling happens. I'm one of those people who's like super shy, and I won't like even pull out my bullet journal in front of people. I'm just weird like that. So that I did miss that day, but I caught up. Funny enough, yesterday's drawing, when I caught up, was Superstition, and I realized after that I spelt it wrong. I'm missing a couple letters, so that was a good laugh, but I do like how it came out. Today's prompt is video game, and that is not something I've ever done. Even when I was a kid, we didn't like have a video game console. I didn't have like a little Game Boy or play Mario, whatever normal kids did in the 90s. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna do Pac-Man because it seems I like the little ghost-like guy things, and I have played that a few times in my childhood, so I'm just gonna do that. That's what the black square is for that I did last night. So hopefully it's dried long enough so that I can use my paint pens over it and won't eat it. But that is a story for a different day. I have one page left in this sketch journal here. So this is, the page I'm working on, and then this is just the back page that I have stuff clipped to. And then I will start my new insert from Brie. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I'm just going to leave the insert in there because my draw challenge is in there and I like to flip back through. So I spent most of this week working on journals for Etsy and a custom journal. I did a bunch of coffee dyeing earlier this week, which is one of the things that I had filmed for you that's no longer here. So there's that. Been doing a lot of that. Yeah, I'm done hotel sitting at the end of this month. So all of this scenery will change back, and no more clock. Very excited about that, can you tell? So yeah, that'll all change back to my regular room, and I'm hoping to rip it apart and totally kind of revamp that. So I need to get this up, so I'm going to stop rambling, but it's about 10:30, and I do not have my butt together. I haven't been sleeping that great, and just lots of stuff going on. So yeah, I need to get my butt together, and one of the easiest ways for me to get my butt together is to plan out the coming week in my bullet journal. So I'm probably just going to draw a bunch of boxes, which might, maybe I'll insert that at the end of this video. But other than that, let's get into some journaling. Alright, so here we go. Time for some journaling. The guys outside are making lots of noise, so hopefully you won't hear that. But yeah, so I'm just working in my journal. I'm pulling out something you saw me work on last week. This is a little folder full of some of my favorite food creations. So I'm adding a couple things to it, a smoothie bowl and another picture of some pancakes with some cottage cheese because, breakfast is the best. So I'm just kind of putting that on there. And I realized that my photos were a little too big for the amount of space that I had left. So I think I'm going to make a tip-in to put in the middle there. And then that'll leave me a little more room for even more photos. So that's where I'm going with that. This is a giant bag of scraps that I have. Usually I have them in a bin, but you know, not home. So yeah, just going through those to make a little tip in there. And then I was also eating that RX bar, which I really, really like, especially the dark chocolate sea salt flavor and the mint chocolate one and the mixed berry. Those are my favorite. But yeah, so I thought I was going to put the wrapper on the other side of this tip-in, but it had melted a little bit, and I was not about to let go wash out a wrapper so I could put it in my freaking notebook. So I'll just wait for the next one. No biggie there. So happy to finally have some score tape back. I ran out earlier this week while I was making journals, which is not good. Talk about bringing journal making to a screeching halt. So yeah, really happy to have that again. And then I printed out day 12 of the April Draw Challenge. I wanted to have them on this notebook, and the prompt was street art for day 12, and I drew with some chalk a super duper quick sketch on the driveway. So I had just printed it out and wanted to stick it in here, and I really am not a huge fan of this page, so adding that photo to it helped me like it a little more. So did that, and I missed a day this week, so I'm going to catch up. The prompt was dice, and I really wanted to do, like, you know, the fuzzy gangster dice that hang off of rearview mirrors. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm drawing my fuzzy dice, and I'm going to draw a rearview mirror and a little windshield. I could get super detailed with some of these drawings, and I wish that I had that kind of time. But as it is, it takes me like an hour and a half to 2 hours to do a drawing, start to finish, color, and post it. And that's a big chunk of a big chunk of time every day. So, you know, I do what I can, and I call it good, but I'm still getting practice in, so. Yeah, and then after I drew that all out in pencil, yawn. After I drew it all out in pencil, I realized it was too high up for my liking. So, yeah. I kind of tried to move it down, and I was going to just start, you know, drawing freehand in pen, but that was not going to happen. So I did redraw it in pencil a little bit, but it's such a simple sketch, it didn't take that long to redraw. So I did that. I am using my Lamy Vista fountain pen with my carbon black ink in it, which ran out the other day, so I'm going to be out of ink in that pen for like a week, which makes me really sad. But such is life, which brings me to a little addition. I have added some of my favorite supplies linked in the description box for you. They are Amazon affiliate links, so if you purchase using the link, it does help me out a little bit. But you don't have to use that. You can just use it to check out what I like to use. So I'm going to list things like my pen and the ink and my favorite papers, of course, because I get asked about that all the time. And then anything else I can think to throw in whatever video. So don't forget to check out the description box for that. And if you're new and have never opened the description box, at the end of the description box, how many times can I say description box? I have I have a list of links to a bunch of people that I watch or used to watch on YouTube that inspire me. So you can check that out if you're looking for some new people to watch. I do need to update it, but I try to update it, you know, every few months or so. And it's a pretty long list, so hopefully you can find some extra things there. So here I am with my muted gray ink, which I have not stopped talking about on my Instagram for the past like week. I freaking love this ink. I really want more from the muted collection. But, you know, trying to save my pennies, not spend them all at one time. So yeah, but I just love the purple undertone that this ink has. It's just gorgeous. So I'm using that to just create different tonal values in the painting. I'm not super skilled with like shadows and creating dimension and stuff with them. So I'm finding that practicing with just one ink color is really helping me work on that rather than trying to do multiple colors. So there's a little tidbit about that. And I created a little scene in the rearview mirror so that you could kind of tell what it was. Of just a road and some trees. And I did want to put a little color in that, but I had to wait. So I pulled out the colored pencils and then set my sketchbook aside so that it could dry. Now I'm working in my personal journal, which, by the way, I don't know how I'm going to finish this freaking thing. I have like over half my journal left, and of course, guess what? It's a 3-inch spine, and I basically like can't close it. It's already full. I just can't help myself. So I don't know if I'll take some signatures out or what, but we'll see. So here I just have some stuff that I still need to journal about. I'm sticking some of the things from the Art Snacks box that I purchased in that envelope there, like the little menu card, and I used some of the stickers that came with it. And then I'm finally documenting one of the custom journals that I did. Oh gosh, I don't even know if it was last month. It might have been the month before. That I really liked. It was kind of like country woods themed. So I'll leave that linked in a card if you want to check that out and didn't see that. But I wanted to put that in my journal finally, so here we go. Of course, I still haven't written, but I at least got the foundation stickers down and the photo in, so I'm going to call it a win. So yeah, just kind of spicing that up there. Kind of, you know, fooling around, waiting for that thing to dry. Oh, so then I took a picture at the beach the other day. I posted it in my Instagram stories, I think, so you might have saw that. But it's like one of my favorite spots on the beach where I work. There's like this little, I don't even know what you call it. You like climb down into this opening at low tide, and it's like its own little world down there. I really want to film it for you guys when it gets warmer, because I'll probably go down there to journal this summer after work someday, but yeah. So I made a little pocket out of that photo, and I'm going to stick the guest check behind it for a journaling tag. And here I just added my colored pencil to finish that sketch. Then moving on to this is one of my like work in progress art journal pages. So I just kind of add random things to it every few days. So today I decided to add some navy blue spray to it. I wanted to do drips, but the drips didn't work out quite the way I wanted. So I ended up kind of doing like a faux blown splatter effect, if that's even a thing. And the green that you see on the page is actually acrylic ink. So the spray that I used didn't stick to it, which was really cool. So I have this cool like neon green yellow resist thing. Oh, I didn't make the pocket yet. Now I'm making the pocket. But yeah, so just, you know, sticking score tape on either end to make kind of a slit. And of course, I, did it so that the tape would be hanging off the end, which I was trying to avoid. So I had to trim my photo, but such is life. It's really a quick fix. And then I have that guest check that I'm just going to put a photo on and do some journaling about. Also, in that little like alcove thing that I was talking about, I found this mangled lobster trap, and I think it is so cool. I don't know why I am so fascinated by it, but I absolutely love it. It's literally just mangled to pieces. But I love the bright yellow color, and I don't know. It's just cool. So I took a picture of it, and I think I'm going to make a tip in with that on the other side of the page, using a Project Life card. So that'll be cool there. And of course, I've still yet to journal on those pages, but we'll get there. And then this is me this morning planning, and I'm not quite sure what's wrong with this. It's really cloudy out today, first of all, so there's like no light in here. So, but I think I might have had a smudge on my camera or something. I don't know. Moral of the story, it's not the best quality or the clearest picture ever, and I apologize for that, but you can still see what I'm doing. So, I'm not deleting it. But anyway, this is me planning out my week. I am using stickers by Planning with Kay, which is like my favorite to use in my bullet journal right now. I love her stickers. They're super affordable, they're pretty, and her handwriting is gorgeous. So I just love using them as shortcuts because I don't letter, like at all. So here I am. I started doing this thing where I'm doing 3 days to a spread instead of 4. It's giving me a little extra room, which I really like. I tried 1 day per page the first week in April, I think, and it was just too much space. But this is kind of working, so I'm just going with it. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do before I have to start my next bullet journal next month. But yeah, so each day I'm just writing on the top the draw prompt of the day because it's helping me keep up with it. And then you'll see me planning out my weekly spread here. I really want to try the Scribbles That Matter journal next month. The paper is a little thicker. There are less pages, but I find that by the time I get around to about the number of pages that the Scribbles That Matter has in my Lloydstrom, I'm already ready to start a new journal anyway. So I think it'd be fun to test out, but I really don't want the iconic teal color. I want it in gray, and they're not releasing the colors again. Like, they're not selling any other color other than the teal right now until the end of April. So I'm afraid that I won't be able to get one by the time I need to start one. So I don't know. And I already have a Lloydstrom, so we'll see. That's enough babbling about nonsense. Not really sure what the moral of the story of that was, but if you have tried a Scribbles That Matter journal, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experience with them. So what I just did was use my Tombow marker in the purple to mark the date, and then date stamped all the dates. And now I'm going through my stickers. I'm really trying to use up stuff. So like these are just some random stickers. They say workout, and I'm out of workout stickers. So I'm trying to use ones that I don't really like before I buy new ones, if that makes any sense at all. Which is getting kind of difficult because I'm past kind of using stickers that even remotely resemble what I'm trying to resemble to track. But I'm making it work. We're working on it. I'm so not a planner girl, so I have a lot of stickers from when I tried to be or thought I was going to be. So anyway, I'm working on that. And yeah, I just kind of find some stickers throughout and stick a few like backlog stuff. That's kind of what I do. Because sometimes I forget to get out my stickers, and then I'm like, oh yeah, like I had pizza on this day. So I just go back and I put it in. And it works. I also like to put coffee cups on days where I felt super productive. So I'm just doing that. Still kind of working on that backlog. Eventually, I'll go back to planning this week like you're supposed to be, Leanne. Here we go. Okay, so I am breaking up my weekly page. Right now I'm using a system that works pretty well. I've been using it for a couple of months. So I have goals on the top right. I have 3 different to-do lists. One for my hustle, which is anything that has to do with Etsy, YouTube, Instagram, blah, blah, blah. I have my personal to-dos, like my laundry and stuff like that. And then I have, because I'm house sitting at the hotel, so I have to-dos that have to do with that. And then I have my work or events schedule on the left for each day. So places I need to be, things I need to be posting, checkouts, check-ins, stuff like that. And then I have my little waiting list, so things I've ordered that I'm waiting to pick up. I have my calendar, so I know which week it is and how much time I have left in the month. And then those little boxes are for my, on the top left, are for my subscriber count. So it can make sure that I'm still growing. If I see a kind of lagging growth, I know I'm not really posting content that you guys are engaged in. So that's just my little check-in. And then this is I really just wanted a little bit of oomph this week, so I'm just using a sticker from Petter World. Freaking love those badass girl stickers, I think is what they're called. And the video kind of ended before I had a chance to close out. So you did just see this clip, but thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out everything in the description box below. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. It's free, by the way. And I'll catch you guys in my next one. Have a great creative week, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.